Next, Avery Haines continues her exclusive series from aboard HMCS Toronto. CityNews was given unrestricted access during recent NATO maneuvers, a perfect opportunity to show you firsthand what it's like to live and work on a Canadian warship.
Good morning, bon matin Toronto. Weather for today.
HMCS Toronto may be a 5,000-ton warship with missiles, torpedoes, and machine guns, but for the 255 crew members on board, it's home for 7 long months as part of Operation Reassurance, NATO's anti-terrorism mission.
Yeah, I didn't hear you, that's why. Is engineers watch there?
But for the uninitiated, home can feel a bit like prison.
These are all the people who live in this room.
Master Seaman Brad Chapman takes us in where 21 men share one very small space.
Just give me an example of something.
The pulled curtains mean a sailor is sleeping.
There's somebody sleeping.
In their rack right now.
I mean, that's not a big distance between for a big guy to sleep in.
Yeah, no, it's difficult sometimes, but you grow accustomed to it.
Everything you own is in one of these.
You try to jam as much as you can in there as possible. Jerseys are a pretty much must-have just to support your local teams.
SDS loading and progress.
For Alex Harvey, being 6'3" is painful.
You guys are kind of entombed and sardine-like in those beds.
Yeah, I think the math worked out to like 36 cubic feet tops. The next guy's rack above me is probably, I don't know, a 1.5 feet off my chest. Kind of sucks, especially if you wake up and think you're at home in a good dream and you sit up, whack. I've done that a lot.
This is the mess hall where the sailors eat cafeteria style.
Steak, what kind of steak would you like? Medium rare.
And for the vegetarians,
I will have the steak, my good man.
the dining hall is also a lounge area with giant leather sofas and TVs that can only be relied on for pre-recorded movies and video games.
We're standing at the bar, but the bar is dry.
When we're on a mission or an operation, there's quite a few guidelines we follow. One of those is just no drinking at sea.
Just down the way, there's even an on-ship barber shop.
Looking good.
The guy getting a haircut, he's not just any guy, he's second in command on the ship and takes us on a tour of where the officers hang out one level up.
Who knew that Royal York was right here out of the Mediterranean Sea?
Absolutely. So this is the officers' mess. So this is where the officers watch television, they'll relax, they'll eat their suppers and those kind of things.
Their food is served to them at that big table, and their sleeping style a little more spacious than down below.
Along this hallway, this is the sleeping quarters.
This is sleeping quarters for the officers. It's not so bad. You got a couple of feet to yourself, but that's where you spend. That's your home for 6 or 8 months at a time.
There are no windows on this ship, so it's impossible to tell just what time of day it is. This is how you tell. Every night at dusk, those red lights go on. They turn the white lights off in the hallways.
We use red at night. It gives us sufficient light to move around the ship safely, but it ensures that white light isn't leaving the ship that can be seen by other vessels.
There are little signs of the city this ship is named after everywhere. Sports jerseys, Blue Jays Way, Eglinton Avenue, a mural of Toronto. The flight deck, when the chopper's not in use, turns into a makeshift gym.
It's kind of an awesome place to do a workout.
It is. Depends on the day, but when it's raining and there's 2-3 meter waves, then nobody wants to be out here.
And when the seas are rough, just walking straight up can be a challenge. But the biggest challenge of all for this way of life?
Are you on the ship?
I'm on the ship.
What's that sound?
What's that sound? That's the ship. That's the sounds of the ship, baby.
Trying to stay in touch with the family you've left behind.
Hi, guys.
Skype installed on just one computer for 255 crew members, most of whom will be away from home for 7 long months.
I know my wife is very strong and able, but it's also got to be hard for her to be alone with 2 kids, especially at that age. I miss you.
I miss you.
I miss you too, Julie.
And coming up next week on City News, the women of HMCS Toronto, including one sailor who's only seen her 5-year-old son for a matter of months his entire life. Also, please go to our website, citynews.ca, for a special interview with Captain Sandy Bourne, my roommate during my 5-day embedment aboard HMCS Toronto.